children. Today we discuss about the subject and the verb agreement. As we learned previously, what is called a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which are arranged in a proper order with a combination of a subject and a verb. If we write the subject and the verb must agree with the subject to make it as a perfect grammatical sentence. Now, we will see what is that subject, how does the subject agree or the verb agrees with the subject. When we write a sentence, the subject is nothing but about whom or what we are talking in a sentence is called the subject. And what that particular subject is doing, that doing work, is doing action word is called the verb. Now if we write the subject in singular, the singular subject must be connected with the singular verb. If we write the subject in plural, the verb also must be in plural verb. Must be in plural. Now, if we see for example, if we write he plays cricket every day. Now, what is the subject in this particular sentence? He is the subject. Because we are talking about that he in this particular sentence. Then what is that he doing here? He plays the cricket regularly. So this plays is the action word which is called the verb. This verb agreed with the subject with singular subject and singular verb. We can call it as a perfect sentence. Likewise, if we write the subject in plural, they play cricket every day. They play cricket every day. What is the subject number here? They is this plural subject. And play is the verb which is also in plural. So we can call it as a correct sentence. Likewise, we can make many sentences. If we say, she sleeps for 1 hour in the afternoon. Sleeps is a verb which is in singular, for she is also in singular. We have certain rules to follow this particular subject and verb agreement. If we take in the form of rules, the rule 1 is if we connect two subjects in a sentence, say that subject 1 and subject 2, these are the two subjects which are connected with end. Subject 1 and subject 2 which is connected with end. We get plural verb. You see the example. My sister and my brother are playing cricket. Here, this my sister is subject 1 and my brother is subject 2. And these two are connected with end, so we used the plural verb. Can you say another example? Now if we see dance and Music are my favorite art. Dance is subject 1 and music is subject 2. We connected with end. So these two subjects connect together that is plural subject. So we connected with our plural verb. But here once again if we see, for this rule also we have an exception. Now we see that I told you already, if two subjects are connected with end, we have to write the plural verb. But there is one exception in this particular, that is, if we say for example, time and tide waits for none. Does it mean this time is subject 1 and tide is subject 2 and connected with end? As we discussed previously, when two subjects are connected with and we have to write this plural verb. But listen here, we wrote here waits as a singular verb. What is the reason for that is the theme or the thought of these two is only one. That is, both of them will not change. Is telling about only one particular thought because they won't wait for anybody. That is what does time and tide waits for none. Can we see one example? One more example. Now if we say bread and butter is a food. Here also we have two subjects, subject 1 and butter is subject 2, connected with and. But here we wrote singular verb. What's the reason? Because these two are telling about only one singular thought, one single thought, that is the only food. So we can have to use the singular verb. So by using this exception and the rule 1 that two subjects are connected with and, we have to write in certain cases with singular verb and in other cases with exception singular verb. Now if we come to the rule number 2, here also we can write subject 1 and subject 2. We can take two subjects here also. But these two are connected with nor or neither. Neither or not. Now if you say that my brother neither my brother nor my sister has gone out of home. You know very well about that. Today we have to stay at home to be healthy. Here we wrote two subjects. One is my brother and another one is my sister. This is 1 and this is 2. But we connected with neither nor. Neither tells about no one. One is again singular. So it's singular noun, singular subject, singular verb. So here we wrote singular verb. Neither my brother nor my sister has gone out of home. Why? To be healthy, to be safe. Now, do you want to see another example? Another one is neither, or if you say that none of my family members, none of my family members has gone out. This none tells about no one. How many members there may be in a family, but no one has gone out. That shows that singular subject. And here, that's the reason why we have written has as the singular verb. Is it clear? Now, we'll go with some other topic, some other rule. If you take collective nouns, what are collective nouns? The number of noun subjects which belong to one particular group is called the collective noun. If we take the team of Pragati, has been working online. Now here, the team of Pragati may consist how many members in that? But the team is singular. The team is singular. It is a collective noun. So we are talking about one member in each team. So singular subject, singular verb. So if we write the collective noun, we have to write the singular subject. So here, can we say one more another? My family is strictly following the home quarantine rules. The home quarantine rules. What does it mean? We are guided by the government to follow certain rules to be safe at home. So here I have been telling about my family. Family may consist n number of people, but family as one particular team, as one singular subject I have taken. So I wrote here singular verb. My family is strictly following home quarantine rules. Is it clear to you? Now don't forget to copy all those rules and exceptions in your notebook so that you have to write a test at the end of this period class by choosing the proper verbs. Now, we'll see one more another rule here. Certain words, if you take news, another word luggage. These two, news, how many news there may be, or the luggage, how many items in the luggage may be. We will take them as the singular. We won't say luggages. How many n number of suitcases or n number of bags might be there in that particular. But we take it as the singular. So whenever we write this kind of, maybe plural, but in the meaning we take it as the singular subject, we have to use the singular verb. The news of COVID-19 in Pragati Nagar is a fake one. Here, news is the subject. And so we write it as the, because I told you already, maybe one news or many news. We write it as the news as a singular one only. So we need to write the singular verb is. If we say, after the quarantine, after the lockdown is relieved, if you want to go out, you pack some luggage. And that luggage, when you are going with the family, maybe n number of suitcases, bags or many other. If we take the luggage, is heavy to carry. How many packs you may carry, but the luggage is only in meaning we take it as only one. That is singular subject. So the luggage is the subject. We take it as the singular. So the verb must be in singular. That is. The luggage is heavy to carry. Now, likewise, we have to follow many other rules in this particular. If we take my brother is going to come home today with his friends. Now can you say how many members are going to come to your home today? Many. Along with your brother, his friends are also going to come. So we have to take it as the roots. Now, if you see here, my brother along with his friends, many members are going to come. But here we used singular because we have taken all of them as one group. My brother is going to come along with his friends. Even if you take it as my brother, or if you say that we'll take one more another example, that Gandhiji along with his followers was there in Gujarat, for many years. You take here, Gandhiji is one singular subject, with his followers is another one. But we have taken it as one particular theme, so we write it as the singular subject. And if we think like this, we have to following subject and verb agreement, we have to be careful whether we have been taking in proper manner or not. We need to follow many of these kind of rules and regulations to write to make the sentence perfectly by taking all these rules. That subject, verb must agree with the subject. Do you want me to revise once again? If we take two subjects, subject plus subject, subject 1 and subject 2, connected with and, we have to write plural verb. By both the subjects we have taken into consideration as plural by connecting with and that is the plural verb. As we discussed in the beginning itself, if subject is in singular, verb also must be in singular. If subject is in plural, verb also must be in plural. Now, likewise, but there is one exception we have discussed previously, that is, if the thought is one, maybe two subjects there in the sentence, but if the thought is the one only, we consider it as one singular subject. Like we discussed, time and tide makes one none. Bread and butter is his food. Now, I ask you to think many more sentences like this to make yourself perfect in to complete with this topic, that is subject and the verb agreement. Now, second rule we discussed is if we use neither or nor, we use singular subject. Now, if we take neither my brother nor my sister has gone out of house. Neither my brother nor my sister can dance. If we take like this, there is one more exception in this also. If we take two singular subjects here connecting with neither nor, we have to write the singular verb. But at the same time, if we write, suppose, my brother along with my parents, or if we take like neither my brother nor my parents have gone out. What is this once again? We discussed in the beginning that neither nor must follow the singular subject. But here I have written have. What is the reason for this? Because here this is neither my brother, no doubt is singular subject. But here my parents is plural. Neither my brother nor my parents. Parents is plural subject. Subject 1 no doubt is singular. Subject 2 is plural. So, the subject which is close to the verb must follow its rule. That is, if the plural subject, plural verb. Because parents is plural, we have to write the plural verb. Even though we have written neither nor. The same way, the third rule we have seen that following the collective noun. If the collective noun like team, likewise school of ants, like many other, herd of elephants, flock of birds, all these, if whatever the sentence we write with these collective nouns, the subject is, we have to consider it as one, so the verb must also be in singular. So, because in this, suppose if you see the herd of elephants, has attacked the people. Third is singular subject, even though many elephants are there in that. So we need to write singular verb, that is has. Likewise, flock of birds, and we write many of this. We can write many of this with the collective noun. And the fourth rule we have seen that if though n number of things are there in one particular, if the word for the singular and plural to be considered as singular subject, the verb must be in singular. Like as if we thought previously, news, luggage, fish. Like this, we have to take it as singular subject and we need to write singular verb. Though it may be plural in meaning, but it is considered as a singular subject, so we write as a singular verb. And likewise, we have to write by using, if you take this, everyone in my family is strictly following the home quarantine. Now, everyone, family may consist the 3 members or 10 members, whatever it may be, but everyone in my family, everyone in your family need to follow the rules. So, we consider it as a singular subject, so we have to write is. Likewise, if we take each of the vegetable or none of the people have common sense what for the rules are given. So, this each or each and every, each and everyone, none, neither nor, all these must be taken as a singular subject. If the subjects are in singular, verb must be in plural. So, likewise, we have to follow the rules and regulations along with, besides following some exceptions, the subject and verb agreement. If we are perfect in subject and verb agreement, either it may be your writing skills or spoken skills will definitely be perfect. So, once again I ask you to write some more sentences. Write some more sentences based on the above subject and verb agreements rules as homework. I hope you understand it, and we will discuss many more matters in the next topic. Thank you.